Dr. Zeldar had studied xenobiology for 3 centuries, earning 17 Galactic awards for his work on species classification. When humanity applied for Galactic Council membership, he volunteered to lead the research team. Understanding a species through their culture was standard procedure, and humans had helpfully provided numerous artifacts. The cookbook arrived in a simple data package labeled Joy of Cooking, 75th Anniversary Edition. Zeldar's team of 12 scientists gathered in the sterile white lab, eager to understand human sustenance patterns. Dr. Venn, the Peltharian chemist, opened the first page and immediately stumbled backward. They consume the reproductive cells of other species? Eggs, Zeldar read aloud, his translator struggling. Scrambled, fried, poached, boiled. He looked up, confused. This is just the breakfast section. The crystalline researcher, Shard of Morning Light, projected confusion in ultraviolet. Wait. They heat their food? Deliberately? With fire? Apparently up to 500 degrees, Venn whispered, scrolling through the documentation. They call it roasting. They seem enthusiastic about it. The team continued reading in horrified silence. Each page revealed new atrocities against the natural order of consumption. Fermentation. Dr. Krill shrieked, his tentacles writhing in distress. They deliberately rot their food and then eat it. Look, cheese, yogurt, sauerkraut, kimchi. They have thousands of varieties of controlled decay. Zeldar felt his 3 stomachs churning. He'd studied Death World species before, but this was unprecedented. Keep reading. We need a complete assessment. What they found next made 2 researchers faint on the spot. They eat capsaicin, Venn announced, his voice hollow. Voluntarily. A compound that literally triggers their pain receptors, and they've cultivated hundreds of varieties to maximize the burning sensation. He looked up with haunted eyes. They measure it. They compete over who can endure the most pain. They call it spicy and consider it pleasurable. The hive mind representative, speaking through trembling drones, added, cross-reference with medical files. Capsaicin is classified as a class 4 neural weapon in 17 star systems. There's more, Shard of Morning Light pulsed in distressed colors. Alcohol. They deliberately poison themselves with a known toxin for recreational purposes and have done so for over 10,000 years. They have entire social rituals around it. Zeldar scrolled deeper into the cookbook, his horror mounting. Caffeine, another neurotoxin. They consume it every morning to wake up. Some humans intake it multiple times daily. He paused at an image. They've created an entire beverage culture around bean extractions that would kill most carbon-based lifeforms. Dr. Krill, recovering from his faint, pointed at a section with shaking tentacles. Raw fish. They eat raw fish. On purpose. They call it sushi and consider it a delicacy. At least that's normal food, Venn muttered. They wrap it in cultivated algae and flavor it with fermented fungal paste. 3 more scientists collapsed. Zeldar reached the section on exotic meats and felt his vision darkening. Alligator. Rattlesnake. Insects. Organs. They eat the filtering organs of other creatures. Liver. Kidneys. They have recipes specifically for, he couldn't continue. The final revelation came from the dessert section. Dr. Venn read aloud, his voice breaking, they combine crystallized sucrose, a compound that causes systematic cellular dysfunction, with theobromine, which is literally poisonous to most Earth species, heat it with fermented mammary secretions, and feed it to their young as a reward. Chocolate cake, Zeldar whispered. The team sat in stunned silence, surrounded by unconscious colleagues. Finally, Shard of Morning Light asked the question they were all thinking. How are they still alive? Zeldar reviewed the human medical files again, searching for an answer. Then he saw it, the average human lifespan, their resilience scores, their adaptability ratings. Despite everything they consumed, humans thrived. No, because of what they consumed, they thrived. He drafted his report to the council with trembling appendages. Humanity didn't conquer their death world. They ate it. Every toxin, every danger, every prohibited substance, they turned it into cuisine. Recommend immediate council membership. Any species that can weaponize their own digestive system is not one we want as an enemy. 6 more scientists fainted while reading his report. The cookbook was immediately classified as a psychological warfare document and stored in the council's restricted archives. To this day, it remains the only culinary text in galactic history to carry a mental health warning.